Hey everyone, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you probably expected me to be gone for a longer period of time. Well, you're not wrong. I thought I'd be gone for a lot longer than a week, but the Atari Mirai is just such a mysterious console. It's so hard to find specific pieces of information about it. But I did find small pieces of things that may help piece put the puzzle together, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and what it could have been like. Without further ado, let's try and find the missing link. Believe it or not, I actually found this console quite recently. While chilling in the back room with my brother, I was curious about a couple of scrapped consoles that never made it into the home market, so I searched it up in Google and I saw the Atari Mirai listed on that list. So, since Atari used to be such a big name brand, I was quite curious and did a quick YouTube search and saw nothing. Except anime stuff I totally didn't put into my watch later. 100%. But still, no one has ever covered this topic or even heard of it. And most likely at the time of this video or recording, hopefully I'm the first one to cover it. I don't know, maybe. So I took this to my advantage and went to the Lost Wiki and was greeted with nothing. And I'm not kidding. Look at the screen. Nothing was there. And I actually thought I was confused, so I refreshed the page and there was still nothing there. Like, nothing was there. I was really confused, so I tried reversing a couple of things. Maybe it was lost or whatever. Well, and there was still nothing there. Nothing at all. It was just lost on the Lost Wiki, which is very weird. So I turned back to Google and searched everything I could think of, and nothing very helpful really showed up at first until I put Atari Mirai and found a website from 2002 and saw that Atari partnered with SNK. Well, they didn't partner with SNK because SNK did 100% confirm that they did not have any involvement with the Mirai at all. And, well, just remember that part right there, alright? So, if they did partner with SNK and this console did release, probably would have made a huge change in the industry and just video games in general. But on this website, there was this one link that I saw, a URL that showed an image and, well, pictures. Everyone likes pictures, so I clicked on it just to see an auction for sale. So I kept this in mind because maybe sometimes this leads to different things. So I kept this in mind at the time. So you guys remember this as well. So there was an auction for where this guy was asking for consoles, and I remembered that. I wrote it down on a very specific piece of paper, blank, nothing there. So I leave that tab open for a very specific reason. So I go to the next link, the fourth one, and the URL doesn't work, so I just go to the Wayback Machine and saw what I think was gold at first, sight, but only to be disappointed with images that no longer load, which you can see on screen right now. At this point, I begin to get frustrated and go back to basics and try and contact the founder of Atari and try to DM him on his Twitters, but in order for me to DM him, he has to follow me. So if you are watching, please do follow me on Twitter so we can try and, figure this out together. And I would ask the other person, but sadly Ted Dabney, my apologies if I pronounced his name wrong, he sadly passed away in May 26th of this year. Rest in peace, sir. Ted actually did help spark the gaming history or gaming in general, so he's a huge name in this, so we can't ask him anymore. Getting back onto the topic of trying to get in contact with specific people, instead of trying to contact the founder of Atari, I just went to the Atari official Twitter, which I quickly remembered I can't DM them because they have to follow me on there as well. So I just went to their Facebook and I tried and ask about the Mirai, and, well, they haven't responded since then. And this has almost been a week since that day, so I wouldn't be surprised if they never even respond to that question, because since then they moved on to things such as the VCS, which they're currently working on. But going back to the rumor of SNK, the apparent Mirai was supposed to, quote unquote, play Neo Geo games, but like I said, it was deconfirmed. That was a quick review. Hope you remember that. But the answer is on this link, this specific link. It wouldn't show up. So I put it to the Wayback Machine, and it still didn't show up. And that is the first time I've ever seen this, since this is the first video, but I do that stuff in my spare time. But that was the first time. I've never found anything. And this, for the first video of the missing link, or the first episode, whichever one you prefer, this was the most mysterious thing I've ever covered. And I even went onto the other websites, and they said this is the most mysterious console ever created. But on the image right now, which you're viewing, as of this moment, it says that URL and the one that the Wayback Machine has saved, one is a month later in May 7th, I believe. That post on that forum was on March 7th of 2005. So that is a huge, well, to me, it's a huge month leap. Because to see that the Wayback Machine couldn't save that specific URL was very confusing to me. And now we'll never be able to see or even figure out what the Mirai could have been. But given by the time in 1988, when the Mirai prototypes were being manufactured, it could have been at least or possibly a 16-bit console. And if you really do think about it, the Neo Geos were 16-bit consoles, and they ran arcade games so much better than the SNES or the Genesis could. But the only problem is that they were highly overpriced. But if you really do think about it, in 1988, the Genesis debuted. But at that same time, the Mirai began development. And I want to say in 1989, but I'm going to try and extend it to 1991, towards the end of the year, where they saw that the SNES was going to be released, and they saw how powerful it was and how well the Genesis were doing. They just entirely scrapped it. That's my theory, at least. I'm not confirming any of this. These are just my words. This isn't even on the script. The script says entirely different stuff. It says that after I said the Genesis debuted just 4 years later than the Super Nintendo, which is completely wrong. I don't know. I just probably got confused or something. But this is the most strangest thing. The most mysterious console in gaming history. If this did release and it was a hit, it probably wouldn't have changed gaming history so much. But like I said, Atari likely would never even touch the topic of the Mirai ever again. Unless one day they eventually do say something about the Mirai. And, well, I guess we'll just have to wait until that day comes. Sadly, this will remain a mystery, and, well, I guess I'll just have to see you guys in the next video, because I did all I can do. Well, see you guys later.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see us